All right, my ESC, my EBD teachers, my ES teachers, this one's for you. Have you ever sat in your classrooms and thought to yourself, man, I know for a fact this child can control their anger? Well, if you did, here's your proof.
Walk in, chest great, we don't play. Staff talk sharp like a quiz on a Monday. Whiteboard wars, yeah, we grade all day. If you can't take that heat, stay out the hallway. Hey, this is the staff room. Say it loud, say it loud. The staff room.
Let's get into it.
Welcome back to the staff room, everybody. My name is Dr. Matos, and if you are returning, I appreciate you. If you are brand new, get in the comments and let us know how you feel about the content. Everybody, if you want to post anything new that you want me to take a look at or react to, I'm more than happy to do so. Just get in them comments and let me know. Pardon the interruption, team. Currently, only 16% of those viewing my videos are subscribed to the channel. We are currently on a journey to 100 subscribers. At that time, we'll have a subscriber celebration live stream where you can interact with me, watch some funny content, and enjoy each other as a community. I'm excited to hear what you all think about the channel and how we can grow as a community. So please like and subscribe, and I'll see you when we hit 100. So we got a video here from OneWay Boxing. Okay, you can find them over on Instagram and on YouTube. I think it's a great program. What OneWay Boxing is it's a program, you know, it's a boxing gym, but it's also a program to help kids or at-risk kids understand self-control. It's an accountability program. I've been watching this because it's been going viral lately, and I just kind of find it interesting on how the people react. So we're going to take a look at this video, and we're going to then take a look at the comments. And I want to use this for you to reflect as a parent and as an educator on how contradicting our society can be when it comes to kids. In this case, we have a child whose parents can no longer control them, and he's threatening his parents. He's threatening he's going to stab people. He openly tells people that that he has an anger problem or he can't control himself. His parents and mother in particular says I can't control him. He's got a problem, and basically feeds into this, right? The school system can't really do much about it. So what we do is we classify the kid as an emotional disability. We put them in front of professionals that are trained to handle and to take therapeutic approaches with these kids. And then in a lot of cases, just like in my unit, we're very successful with them. But that doesn't mean that it carries over into home. So in these instances, parents don't know what to do. But do you think it's a disability? Because in most cases, I say it's not. And here's one of those instances where we can see it. Let's take a look.
I keep hearing about. You like violence because the shit ain't never happened to you. You like hitting on your mom. Those are women. You ain't never ran into somebody that likes violence just as much as you do. That's the problem. You understand that? But we like violence here. So go in there and get you some because you like it.
First things first. The child openly says he likes to do these things. And I've seen this in the classroom with kids. They'll tell you, I like fighting with people. I want to beat people up. It's a control thing that they think is the most rewarding for them to be able to, for somebody in particular, an adult, to say, you're not going to do this. And for the child to say, yes, I am going to do this. But this is what happens when we don't parent correctly early enough in life. The system ends up doing it for you. A whole nother person has to raise your kid. And as a child, or excuse me, as a parent, I would be ashamed of myself. Let's continue.
You're not going to try to fight back? Oh, sounds like your parents. Go. You like to put your hands on women. Yeah.
Right. That's what I'm talking about. Sorry, I have my microphone off. You heard what he said. Oh, I'm not going to fight back. Ooh, sounds like your parents. Yeah, because that's what happens. And then what people do is they try to convince other people that that's the right way to do it. And those parents are always the loudest. You can't do that. But then your son or daughter's running amok in your house. Also, I want you to take note. This is a child they said has impulse control issues. He seems pretty controlled right now. That's how behavior works. It has to be such a heavy reinforcer that the child has no choice but to change their typical reaction. And this is the things that educators tell you people. I don't get. Excuse my squeaky voice. I don't get why we have to see it on social media, but I'm going to show you what the connection is.
Yeah. Oh, yes, sir. You know what all this means? You full of shit. and we calling your bluff. You got your moms thinking that your meltdowns are uncontrollable.
Right.
Why we ain't having one right now
Uncontrollable.
then? Under all the stress
Exactly.
you under right now, snot falling down your nose, getting your ass kicked. He ain't saying he want nobody to die.
I'm tired of parents coming in and telling educators it's too stressful. It's too stressful. That's because they've never been put into that situation before. This is as much stress as you could possibly get. The issue is this child knows there's no way out. He knows there is absolutely no way out. So not only is he going to learn how to face this demon head on, he also has to learn how to control himself enough to be able to get through the situation.
Not yet. You ain't said you're going to spit in Coach Mike's face yet. You're full of shit. You're not the guy you think you are. Do you think it's wrong to be upset or mad, angry? No, it's not. It's a natural human emotion.
That's important.
Everybody has it. What's wrong is when you take it out on the two most loving people I've ever met in my life.
Because those tend to be the people that allow it most. The ones that care about you the most tend to be the people that allow it most. And that's the same in an educational setting. The teachers that care the most for your kid will take the most nonsense from you as a parent and your child. And you punish them for it.
Time. That's a fake about to fall down. Time. Get out the room. Go to the classroom.
I absolutely love this. And I would do it if it was my son, regardless of the fact that I'm going to put my son in these situations very early on anyway. But if it was my son, I'd do the same thing and I'd stand there. But it wouldn't be. Because I wouldn't allow that. But here's my problem. Okay? I want to take a look at these comments. Before I do so, let me point out, he says, let's go to the classroom. Notice how he made that transition right into the classroom after that. That's because he understands that after you discipline a child to this magnitude, you then have to go and allow them the time to make connections between this experience and how it's going to benefit them later, between discipline and love. They don't automatically make that connections. They don't automatically make that connection. You have to facilitate that as an educator. This gentleman is just as much as an educator as people that teach you reading, writing, and math. But this is the stuff that I want to explain. If I go in and I pull up a teacher disciplining a child, these comments would be full of negative comments. But I want you to take a look at these. In my experience, about 95% of people who say that they have an anger management problem really just haven't met anyone willing to put them in their place. Okay, that meeting should always take place sooner rather than later. Exactly. That's exactly what I'm trying to tell you. It's easier to discipline a child when they're younger. You don't have to beat on them or do anything they're younger. So if you teach them that consistently, then they'll grow into expecting that. Preferably in a controlled environment like the home, right? OneWay Boxing then says, now we went ahead and did an entire session of emotional control after this. Teachers, that's for you. Stop huffing and puffing at these kids and then not repairing what you've done. My unit, it's very specific. We're going to meet the child exactly where they are. So if their energy is in a specific place, we're going to match that energy and then facilitate mastering that energy in the moment. We'll walk them through it. Once we get there, we rebuild the relationship and then we reflect on what just happened. And we reflect on the consequences that came with those choices. And then we rebuild any wrongdoings or damage that they make. That's the way it works. Let's continue. This is what is missing from society today with our boys. Real masculinity. There will be Muppet women in this comment section about bullying and it's too much toxic masculinity, yada, yada, yada. Exactly. I'm not saying it's women. There's women that believe in this stuff too, but here we go. Everything's going to be positive. You might have just saved his life. This is true love. Exactly. This gave me chills. I love it. And here you go to the classroom. And as I pointed out, to the classroom. Now I'm just seeing these comments in real time. Men holding boys accountable. And in turn, boys holding other boys accountable. So I have a mentoring group and that's how it works. They hold each other accountable. You have to have a community and people around you that are going to do that. Now, these are women saying it. That's a fake about to fall down. Not a single negative comment. Not a single negative comment for this level of discipline. But if that was a teacher that's supposed to provide discipline, it would be all negative. I dare one of you to come in the comments and prove me wrong. I dare you. Shout out to OneWay Boxing. I wish it would be in my area, because I would love to take a trip down with my mentoring kids, because this is what people need to see. You have to be like this, parents, and stop trying to treat teachers like they're doing the wrong thing by holding your kids accountable. Are there bad teachers? Yes, but they're bad people too. There's bad pastors. There's bad police officers. There's bad firemen. There's bad parents. There's bad people. But most of the teachers that have your kids are trying to do two things. One, teach them. Two, motivate them. That's it. And sometimes that motivation comes with a little bit of passion behind it. Before we go, here's a perfect story. I had a student when I first, I had switched districts to a new district, and I was a teacher at the time. That class that I was in registered the highest scorers in the school, and they were younger kids. One of the kids that I had a perfect score on his end of the year test. Perfect score. At the end of the year, his father pulled him out of my class. And I used to have so much fun, and I could bring you tons of proof. I was a teacher that cared about his kids and joked around, but when it was time to go, it was time to go. And if you had trouble, I would push you and hold you accountable, but then have enough to come around the back and grab a hold of you and say, I knew you can do it. That was me. But this parent pulled their son out of my class after scoring a perfect score, a score that he has never touched before on his end of the year assessment, and then smile in my face when I looked at him like if he didn't want to have a man-to-man talk with me. And when I said, Dad, why are you pulling him out of my classroom? He had his perfect score. Well, we just think that you push a little bit too hard. What? This is what we're talking about. You've now taught that child that expectation, that motivation, that discipline should all come with training wheels. I don't even know at this point where he's at. But I know one thing. I got a bunch of other kids that contact me on Instagram that I used to have that tell me exactly how much my class has meant to them. And I can't wait for my next teacher tale to tell you about one of them. Stafford.
Walk in, chance great, we don't play. Staff